put together a player ranking before the season. And there was some controversy about where some guys were placed and who was left out. And then you put out a tweet, and I'll quote. So after the rankings came in, you tweeted out, "We need to start ranking these weak-ass journalists."
I said more too, didn't I?
Well, what did you? I just left it at that part.
Yeah.
What else you say?
I think I hit it right on the head.
Okay.
There's a lot of journalists that aren't held to an acceptable, accountable manner.
Mm-hmm.
All these predictions are made, all these opinions are made about players, certain situations, their thoughts on what's going to happen, and then the opposite happens, and they aren't held accountable for what they said.
Okay.
If I go make a guarantee and it don't work out, I'm going to hear about it, right?
Yes.
As a journalist, as a guy who went to school for journalism, there's a level of accountability that I think isn't always there, and it's not always consistent.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can say something, and then it's, oh, that's my opinion. I'm like, that's cool, that's your opinion, now back it up with something. And that's what I meant by them weak-ass journalists. And if you're weak, you know who you are.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know who we are.
Yeah.
You were supposed to put together a list, a ranking list.
But Dad always
they was mad about that too.
They was mad.
I saw some journalists was like, they was like, the players, well, they aren't qualified to rank journalists.
We ain't qualified.
And y'all ain't qualified to rank us. Because how many of y'all played in the league?
How many played in high school?
No play. No journal. Well,
Tide turned and y'all.
How many of y'all can hit an NBA three?
How many of y'all can dunk?
Oh, you go check
how
all
many,
the
how
boxes.
many play high school? How many play college? All right.
You the exception.
But I'm just saying that my simple statement had y'all sick.
DMing
me like, man, I hope I can make you a list.
You got some DMs?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they were begging for?
Man.
Explode. Keep it 100. Put it out right now. Who DM'd you?
I ain't go.
Come on. You talking about me?
You
talking about me? I put some names out there.
I'm going to say this again.
I don't save DMs, but
don't do this. I'm going to save you this time. Don't do this.
I got some DMs. Just put it like this, man. I had a coalition in place, man.
All NBA
I
might be
had
on
a
the
lot
line
of
right
NBA guys up there who was ready. We had a list of journalists. We was figuring out what levels of journalists we was going.
I know one of them.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you do.
KD was one of them.
There was more than that. There was a lot of outspoken athletes ready. I had to tame them.
Who else was in there?
I had to tame them.
There was some other ones.
Dudes was ready, and it wasn't just like a one-liner. I'm talking about we was going to do scouting reports. Weak journalists.
All the way down to y'all.
Bad at this, sources are suspects.
He said I'd have been mad.
Makes up sources. Terrible headlines.
Damn.
Needs to work on titles.
Damn.
Interview questions are weak.
This was extensive.
Oh, we was gonna go in. It was gonna be like you know how the draft is. I said we should do it like this: strengths, weaknesses, areas they can improve upon.
Hold on. So this. All this from
my tweet. We had them ready. We was gonna do it. We were going to do it, make it a Player Tribune article, and publish it before the season. Y'all would have been so sick.
Y'all petty, man.
I told them we had to hold off. I said, it's too much for them. America can't handle this too.
I would have got coverage, too. Y'all would have been hot.
Don't worry. It's going to come back out at some point. Maybe when I retire, I won't care and I'll just do it myself.
So it's already complete.
It's not complete, but it was in the process of being epic. We were going to figure out we were going to do top 20, top 50, top 100. We were thinking about doing a top 100. We had a list of 100 journalists.
Damn.
You know how sick 101 would be, the guy that didn't make it, or the woman that didn't make it? You know how sick they would be if 100 people made it in front of them?
And this is all just to get back.
This is all just to prove a point.
That's petty, Caesar.
I'm a petty person.
Oh, well, okay. Well, at least you admit it.
We all petty on the inside, deep down. You just said you would be mad if you got the job, and they told you was last.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm last on that damn list, that's a problem.
You petty.
Yeah, you got to hear. No, that's a damn problem because we got to speak truth, speak facts.
I don't think you will be last.
You'll be close to
it. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all something else, man.
Man, CJ McCollum is having a great year this year. He's one of the league leaders in the league in scoring. He's hit a game winner. I know it's early, but man, he really came out to play this year.
If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not, welcome back.
What up, though? My name is Kevin Melson with Beyond Your Limits, and in this video we got CJ McCollum and Dame Dollar being interviewed by Chris Haynes, and they're really just making a mockery of rankings. And this is something that I want to stress to you young kids out there today, because this is something that really held me down as a young kid, you know, looking at the rankings and not being in the rankings and things like that. And once I finally got in the rankings, being so low in the rankings, it really made me think that, you know, that these people knew what they were talking about and this is how it was going to be. But the truth is, rankings don't matter at all. Rankings don't mean anything, because no one can predict the future. Nobody knows what's going to happen, especially at a young age. If you're in high school ranking kids, nobody knows how people are going to develop, you know, what kids are going to get better and things like that. They can't measure your heart and your desire to get better, to improve, to be the best. They can't. These are things they can't measure. They can look and see, oh, this guy is tall and athletic and he can shoot pretty good. But I mean, outside of that, that doesn't make you a great basketball player. You know, that doesn't determine how far you'll go. It's a lot of things that come into play. I mean, the team that you go to, the system that you're in, the style of play, you know, your coach. It's a lot of things that go into play as far as how good you are. And so no one can really make an accurate ranking. A lot of these rankings are done at, you know, weekend tournaments and things like that. People are getting ranked, and really people just play off of other people rankings. So if this person ranked them high, you know, somebody may go and see them play and they might not play well, but that they know that they're ranked high in ESPN, so they don't want to put them ranking real low. So I mean, it's all just a lot of politics, who likes who and things like that. But the rankings really, I mean, they really don't matter. If you can go back, I believe ESPN, I don't know how far you can go back as far as high school players, but if you look at the number one player in a class every year, they usually don't wind up the best player in that class. I mean, more often than not, some player that's not the number one player is going to end up being the best player in that class. And so that's just with the rankings. I mean, the same thing with me. I mean, my senior year, just in the state of Michigan, they used to have a book called Prep Spotlight, and I was on, I don't know, like the 60-something best senior in my state, just in my state, not in the country, in my state, like the 60-something best senior. And I've probably had a better career than everybody on the list. I mean, just about. And so those rankings, really don't worry about them too much. I mean, they're for entertainment purposes, really, but no one can determine what your future is going to be based off of what you're doing today, because there's too many factors that they can't count on, too many factors that they can't pull into play. So if you're not ranked in the rankings, or you're not ranked as high as you want to be, or things like that, don't worry about it at all. Just put your head down, keep working hard on your game, and just use it as fuel for your fire. Once you come up against those players that are ranked ahead of you, make it a competition. Try to destroy those people. Try to prove people wrong. Those things, that desire will help you. That will help you in the long run. Just use it as fire, but don't take too much credence into a ranking, because they really, in the end of the day, don't mean anything. So just keep improving. The ones that keep improving, those are the ones that's going to end up the best. You don't want your goal to be ranked high in a ranking or something like that, because once you reach your goal, then what's next? You don't want to just be ranked high. You want to continually improve throughout your entire career, and that'll help you more than anything if you continue to improve, if you continue to find goals to reach. Those are the things that'll make you a great player in the long run. So hit the link in the description, hit the link in the bio. Got a whole bunch of links in there. Each one of those links will help you out. Thanks for watching this video. I'm out.